Have you ever lost your balance while putting on your shoes?
If so, you just failed the Ullman test. And you are in the 86% of people over 40 who can't do it.
And it's not just poor balance, it's actually a warning sign that your strength, stability, and coordination are in serious decline.
In today's video, I'm going to share 5 movements to improve your coordination, mobility, and strength that most people neglect after 40. But if you put these simple moves together, you build a body that only ages on paper.
The first one is crawling.
Now, this might feel a bit silly at first, but it's one of the most powerful moves you can do for your entire body.
You see, crawling is a movement we all done before when we were a toddler, but have forgotten due to modern life.
And there is a reason why it's found its way into so much physical therapy and rehab work.
Get down on all fours, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Lift your knees just an inch or two off the ground, barely off the floor. Keep your back on one line from the shoulders to the hips and your core braced. Crawl forward with small controlled steps. Move opposite hand and foot together, right hand with left foot, then left hand with right foot. Keep your back on one line from the shoulders to the hips, core braced, and shoulders nice and open. Don't let them shrug up towards your ears.
Something I've noticed with a lot of my clients is they try to rush through this. That the slower you go, the more your brain has to work, the more benefit you get.
If you struggle with hamstring stiffness, we are going to try the bear walk variation.
This move opens up your hamstrings as well as the calves. You'll also be working on your shoulders in a overhead position.
Begin in a downward dog style position, then start walking forward, trying to keep your hips higher than your shoulders. When you first try this, you may not be able to get your hips very high, and your heels most likely come off the ground, but over time, you start to get more of this A shape. If your hamstrings are too tight to keep your legs straight, bend your knees slightly.
Be patient and you'll be able to bear walking like a pro. When you stick to these combined variations for a few weeks, you'll bend down without thinking twice, and you will play with your kids or grandkids
On the floor without dreading how you get back up. You'll move with confidence again, like your body is working with you instead of against you.
If you want to know how long to do each move and how often, I've created a free PDF guide which includes all the 5 exercises as well as the regressions and the time frames, so you can just follow along step by step. Just click the link below to grab your free copy.
Number 2 is the deep squat. And if there is one move your body should never lose, is this one.
You see, there used to be a time when deep squats were considered dangerous, especially for your knees.
But recent research has shown that when the deep squat is done properly, it's actually safe for your knees. And a quick look at most of Asia proves this. People sit in deep squat positions for hours and their knees are just doing fine. But here in the West, we have replaced the squat with chairs, car seats and couches. And a movement that was once second nature starts to feel quite impossible.
And think about it, if your body can naturally do a deep squat, it makes sense to keep doing it, right?
The deep squat trains your body to move the way it was designed to move. And when you can still deep squat in your 60s, 70s and beyond, you are not avoiding activities because you're scared you'll hurt yourself. You're living your life on your terms, not your body's limitations. Find your starting position. Stand with your feet together, turn your toes out and step your heels out about shoulder width apart. Then adjust your toes so they are pointing slightly outward. That's your natural squat stance. From here, slowly lower yourself down into a deep squat and support yourself with your hands on the ground in front of you or hold onto something sturdy like a door frame. It's completely okay if your heels lift off the ground. Just keep your spine long and your chest open. Now, gently rock side to side, shifting your weight from one foot to the other. You're exploring your range and letting your hips open naturally. This rocking motion massages your hip joints from the inside and teaches your body that it's safe to move in this position. To make this more dynamic, go up on tiptoe on one foot while keeping the other foot flat on the ground, then switch tiptoe on the other foot. This helps lubricate those hips and knee joints even more. If your upper back is locked up, from sitting or working position you can add this move. From a deep squat position, reach one arm up and across your body, rotating through your spine. then switch sides. This opens your thoracic spine, that mid-back area that gets so stiff from desk work. If your heels keep popping off the ground and you feel like you're tipping backwards, put a towel under your heels. This reduces ankle flexibility demand, so your knees can travel forward more easily and your hips can drop deeper. You're still getting all the hip and spine benefits without your ankles being the limiting factor.
Number 3 is what I call the single leg mini workout, and this one is your insurance policy against falls. You see, almost everything we do in real life happens on one leg.
Walking, climbing stairs, chasing after a toddler, but most people only train on 2 legs, which means you are missing half the equation.
And do you remember that old man test from the beginning?
If you couldn't put your socks on while standing on one leg, your body's already sending you a warning signal. Start by standing tall with your feet together. Shift your weight onto your left leg and lift your right foot just off the ground. From here, slowly bend your left knee and lower yourself down into a half squat. Then straighten your left leg back up to standing and bring your right leg backwards behind you. Then bring yourself back up to standing. That's one complete half squat, then half RDL.
Now this might seem simple, but this one movement trains your balance, strength and mobility all at once. This prevents falls and keeps you stable in real life. If you're wobbling all over the place, hold onto a wall or a chair or a door frame so you have some support. You're still getting the benefits, but you build your confidence first. As you get more comfortable, use less support until you can do it completely freestanding.
This is what lets you stay active and independent into your 70s and beyond. Number 4 is the Superman hold. Simple, yet so powerful. In today's world, we forget about our backs. We sit, we slouch, we stare at screens.
These are the muscles that get really weak way too quickly because we don't think about them. We can't see them, but this move brings it all back to life.
Start by lying face down on the ground. Slowly lift your thighs and your arms off the ground at the same time. You are creating one long arc with your body like Superman flying through the air. Keep your neck neutral. Don't crane your head back. Your gaze should be down towards the floor. Slowly lower your arms and legs back down to the floor. Rest for a few seconds, then do it again. Here's a variation from your starting position. Lift just your right arm and your left leg off the ground at the same time. You are creating an X shape across your body. Hold for a few seconds, then lower down. Now switch, lift your left arm and right leg.
Most people find one side harder than the other, and that's exactly why you need to do this. It prevents your strongest side from compensating and forces the weak side to catch up.
And number 5 is the crab walk.
Now, this one might look a bit unusual. And you know, we spend our entire lives moving forward.
We walk forward, we reach forward, we push forward. Everything is anterior, but your shoulders were built to move in all directions, forward, backward, and rotational. And when you stop training the full range, your shoulders get locked into one pattern, causing stiffness and pain. Start by sitting on the ground, place your hands behind you with your fingers pointing outward to the side. Or, if that's comfortable for your wrists, point them away from your feet. Press through your hands and feet to lift your hips off the ground. Walk forward in your crab position. Move one hand and the opposite leg simultaneously. Right hand with the left foot, then the left hand with the right foot.
This next variation is my favorite. You'll switch back and forth between crawly and crab position.
Start in your crawl position on all fours, face down, knees hovering just off the ground. Shift your weight into your right arm. Now bring your right leg underneath your body, threading it through. Now reverse the movement, thread the leg back through and rotate back into your crawl position, face down.
Whenever my shoulders feel locked up from computer work, I spend 5 minutes just flowing through these transitions and I immediately feel everything open back up. It's like hitting the reset button on my entire upper body. If you want the free PDF guide of these moves, so you can actually reference at any point, just click the link below. And to keep the momentum going, check out the next video YouTube is recommending for you to watch. Thanks for watching. Stay moving and take care.